The Red Army's your boy Case coming to you for 18 same-day casuals out of Los Angeles, California. This is kind of a late match reaction to United versus Porto. Yeah, man. Well, I rewatched the match last night. One thing is apparent to me. Ten Hag has to help his players. Beto, shout out to Beto. Beto was saying, he made a post early in the match. He was saying, we're winning because we went up 1-0. He said, we're winning, but we're not playing well. There's still space, and he was saying Delo is getting killed. Well, what actually is happening is, tactically, our setup is wrong. It's so difficult to play the style that we're playing right now. It takes constant superhuman effort to do this tactic. Maybe it might work in a different league where the players are not so talented, but in the Premier League, you can't ask guys to do that. Our wingers are always out of position, which then causes space because it's easy to get to our edge and attack up the wings. And then you're right there in space where the midfielders are at a disadvantage because there's so much space between. We know what's going on. Let's not even get into the tactical issues and stuff. Let's talk about, do you believe Erik Ten Hag can fix this? Do you believe Erik Ten Hag will adjust his style to fix this? And I don't think so. But what troubles me is, in most professional sports, when you bring any coach, when you go to a new team, you want to bring on veterans that know your system because it's easy to teach it because you have guys in your system who can teach it, and the newer guys can lean back, fall back to the veterans and look for guidance on the field, and that helps the coach as a teaching aid. I don't understand why it doesn't work for Manchester United, because there's a lot of guys who've been around Ten Hag for 2 years, including guys like Casemiro, Bruno, Rashford, and so forth. Someone told me he's running a different system than he's done at Ajax. Well, why would he do that? I don't understand. It's like you are teaching a new system. Everybody's new to your system. So you're trying to tell me this aggressive, high energy, risk-taking system that he's teaching at Manchester United is new. This is something he's never done before. So we are his test project. In some ways, that's not smart. The Premier League is the best league in the world. Premier League is a monster. Premier League is full of athletes. The Premier League is full of intensity. The Premier League is full of coaches who are able to coach on the fly and adjust to you and want to expose you. We've been exposed. Everybody knows how to attack Erik Ten Hag. I mean, the few games we just had, FC20, Tottenham, Porto, these are supposed to be games to gain confidence and build. These are games that everybody said we're going to win. We should win. And we all said Villa is going to be the tough one. So, where we are today, I don't like how I feel today. I don't like how I feel where I don't trust our coach. But it just doesn't, I don't see how he can fix it. I don't see how, if he wants to fix it. I don't see him saying, you know what, this shit is not working, I got to simplify it. Because he needs to simplify it. It's too complicated. We look bad at everything. We don't put pressure on crosses. We don't look good attacking balls in the box. We got some big defenders. Without Lisandro Martinez, who looked terrible. De Ligt looked terrible. Delo looked terrible. Maserati had probably his worst game. Eriksen looked fair. But it's a situation where you're just like, what the hell's going on? It seems like the more guys get into Erik Ten Hag's system, the worse they look. I mean, look at Casemiro. His first year, he was good. Second year, he looks terrible. It's like the more you take on his teaching and his instruction, it hinders you in a way. And I know that's a bit just drastic. But that's what it feels like. We are getting worse. I remember putting up statistics in the beginning of the season, how we were top at this, top at that. We were so happy that the defense had turned around as we were showing to be one of the best defenses in the league. That's all gone. I think we're like 15th, 16th in a lot of categories now. We're back to where we were 2 years ago or last year. It's going to have to take a real moment for ETH to be like, I need to help this team. You can't keep forcing it. And then his in-game management is so bad. It's how do you progressively get worse on reading your players, knowing their attributes, knowing what they can do. Who's in the groove in the game? Should I take out? Who shouldn't I take out? Or who should I move to this side? Or maybe instead of taking out both center backs, maybe take out a fullback. Give him a fullback that's been working hard. I don't know, but it's like his game management seems like it was from some notes he did the night before, and he says, at this moment, I'm going to take this person out because I want to save his legs. Got to think about Villa. At this point, think about Villa. No, leave Rashford in. Yeah, defensively, he wasn't the best, but who was? At least you had an offensive threat when you had Rashford in. You see what I'm saying? Where is the feel for the game? Where is it you say, Bruno's struggling? He's taking a lot of, he hasn't looked good in the last fucking 4 matches. Who can I put in a position who work in the middle, distribute the ball, not lose the ball? Hey, what about Zersky? Let's try him there. Or let's put Ahmad there and bring Garnacho in. Where's this creativity? You have to be creative on this level. You have to be massively creative. I'm not saying I can tell Erik what I would do, but if I was a coach, these are the things I would try to do to catch a team off guard. If you know these players have these attributes, use them. I watched the game again, and it was worse because you see the mistakes are issues early, and you see Porto was attacking the spaces, going wide at will, and you're saying to yourself, it was a matter of time where they're going to score. Yeah, we got 2 goals in, and those are 2 well-hit shots on the goalie's near post. Tough ones to stop because they're coming at such pace. They were just well-taken shots. But Porto was going to score. Tottenham was going to score. FC 20, if they had more talent, they would have scored because they were finding joy. Can Erik Ten Hag do it? Does he want to do it? The one good thing he has going for him right now, there's really no coaching candidate to say, let's give them the job. The only thing you could logically do is Ruud van Nistelrooy. But still, it's kind of a starting over thing. And if you're going to do a starting over thing, you got to do it now. Erik Ten Hag has lost his way, I feel. It's a tough thing to say. It's a real tough thing to say. It's Casey, 18th Sunday Casuals.